Hi guys, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. This video is about a unique conjunction of Mars and Moon, Mars the planet of energy and Moon the planet of emotions. Famously known as Mahalakshmi Yog, also known as Chandra Mangal. Sometimes it is also called Chandra Mangala. Now, this Moon and Mars conjunction is considered to be one of the most benefic conjunction, giving you a lot of wealth and material success. But many people have this yog and still face difficulties in their life. So how can you judge whether the yog of Mars and Moon in your horoscope is actually giving you positive results or is not functioning at all? Do you really have Chandra Mangala Yog, or is it being nullified or cancelled because of some certain aspect of planet? We will discuss all these analysis, all these topics in this video. Stay tuned till the end of the video to get the complete knowledge about Chandra Mangal Yog. Before that, do hit the subscribe button, do like and share my videos to spread the word of astrology, and do also comment your views, your topics that you want to know in the comment section. If possible, I will take as many as I can in the upcoming videos. Do hit the bell icon so that whenever I will upload a video, you get the notification. In this way, you and me will stay connected. So guys, subscribe, stay connected. Before going to understand the Mars and Moon conjunction, you have to also understand the properties of Mars and Moon. What is Mars? Mars means Senapati, the commander-in-chief, the army, one who is always ready to go into the battle and fight alone, one who is all passion, desire, commitment, willpower and sheer strength, the brute force. Mars defines the blood circulation in your body, and Mars also defines the willpower, the decision-making capacity and the masculinity inside each one of us. Mars also defines discipline, because in case of an army, discipline is the core principle and the core value of the entire army. So without discipline, nothing is possible. You cannot win a war if you are not disciplined. Also, Mars defines planning, because without proper planning and without having a proper detailed analysis of the enemy, you cannot go to their territory, because that would become a suicide, and Mars is not going to commit that. So a good Mars always plans, checks the feasibility factor and then decides. So he's a very, very calculated planet. But in case if it is afflicted, Mars behaves exactly reverse of his own nature. In case of Moon, Moon is an emotion. Moon defines your emotional state of mind. Moon defines Manah Sharir. Also, Moon is the symbol of emotional stability. Moon defines anything which has to do with psychology. Moon is also your mother. Moon also means nourishment. Moon also means the knowledge that you get from the mother. So Moon defines a lot of things which is connected to the development of the soul, to the nourishment of human body and soul. When Mars and Moon gets combined, Moon being a water element and Mars being a fire element, both water and fire gets mixed, but for the own good. Mars will try to heat up the Moon and will try to encourage your mind to go into to take up the challenges, to face the heat and fight all alone. This is a very good property that Mars can give you, because Mars makes you confident. Mars gives you the willpower and you will never back down. You are like an athlete who never backs down. When the Mars and Moon conjunction happens to be in a positive house, your energy, your enthusiasm, your passion becomes very strong, and you always want to do what you are passionate about. This shows that you will achieve your desire, you will have great sense of commitment and also a great deal of decision-making capacity, which helps you in becoming one of the most successful person in the society. With success comes the money. Henceforth, money is not a direct implication of Mars and Moon conjunction. The people who have Mars and Moon conjunction love to do karma. If you have done right amount of karma at the right amount of time in the right way, you are definitely going to get the output, the fruits of the result, the fruits of your karma. Mars and Moon helps you to keep on doing, keep on repeating the good activity, it maintains your enthusiasm, it maintains the energy level inside your body, it maintains the fighting spirit within you. When this Mars and Moon conjunction is very positive, this is going to drive you towards your passion, it will drive you towards the success, and ultimately it will give you a lot of material pleasure. But when? Only when Mars and Moon conjunction happens to be in a very positive state. Remember, Moon is mind and Mars is desire. Mars can anytime overpower the Moon, and therefore short circuit of mind can happen because Mars is electricity. Moon is water. If you run water through electricity, either you have to do it in a very controlled environment and thus forming an electrolytic cell, otherwise it will become a deathbed, because Mars can easily charge Moon to beyond control, and therefore you will think that you are passionate about something which is not correct for you, and you will go on hitting the wall, banging your head on the wall, and the wall is not going to move. That is what Mars and Moon negative effect can bring you. Now, when the Mars and Moon is negative, first of all, in the 6th house, 8th house and the 12th house, generally the Mars and Moon effects are seen to be negative. If Mars or Moon is debilitated, especially in the Scorpio, because in Scorpio Moon goes debilitated but Mars finds his own home, the Mars and Moon conjunction becomes a bit dangerous in Scorpio, unless it is aspected by Jupiter or it is at least controlled by Saturn. Next, if Mars and Moon are found to be in a negative nakshatra, then the conjunction of Mars and Moon can drive you crazy towards your passion. Unnecessary activities will be attempted. Sometimes you will see that a lot of people are attempting some certain exam 15 years, 20 years, sometimes 10 years. They are repeatedly trying to get it. It's okay to do multiple attempts on, because you know that a person who keeps on trying will always get successful. But you should also check what is the effort you are making. Are you doing the right effort? Because if you try to catch the sun, it's not going to happen. If you want to push the wall, it will not happen. So you must always check the feasibility factor of the efforts that you are trying to put in. It's not wise to give effort on something which is not going to be productive. So you have to also check the possibility of the future, the possible future of your own efforts that you put in. That's what a true Mars and Moon conjunction will give you. But if it is afflicted by Rahu, Ketu or Saturn, unnecessary planetary presence are there in the same house where Mars and Moon are placed, then that can be a problem. So Mars and Moon has to be totally affliction free, has to be in a good house, has to be in a good nakshatra, and also Mars and Moon, neither of these two planets should rule a negative house or should not be a functional malefic of the horoscope. If either of one negative aspect comes into picture, Mars and Moon conjunction no longer behaves as a proper Chandra Mangal Yog. What happens is, because of the presence, yes, you can drive the proper energy from it, but then you have to work on that. That won't be within you. So for example, consider Mars and Moon conjunction with an aspect of Rahu in it. What happens? This person usually has very high willpower, very high strength, will to achieve what he is trying to do, but because Rahu's aspect falls into that, it becomes obsession. And when anything becomes obsession, it may or may not be fruitful for you, because you may be obsessed about something which is not good for you. So there you have to check where you are involving your emotions and where you are involving your mind, because Moon is the key player here. Mars is never going to stop the energy. Rahu or any other planet has the influence. You can't stop them unless you check the horoscope completely. But on a general view, if you simply correct the Moon in a proper way, that means you correct your emotions, correct your mind, correct your thinking, correct your analytical point of view. If you just take a step back, understand what is happening, and then decide, just a small correction in the way you approach, things are going to be much better. Because energy can only come in your mind, but the way your brain has to process will depend on how you are absorbing that energy, how you are perceiving that energy. The perception of event is more important than the event itself, because if we perceive some good event in a negative way, for us that will be a negative event, even in spite that event is a good event. So you have to understand that role of Moon is very important. So if you have a Mars and Moon conjunction, the role of Moon as well as the role of Cancer zodiac, Karka Rashi, wherever it is in your horoscope, you have to check and you have to find out the attributes. And how will you find out what attribute Mars and Moon are playing? You have to check where Aries, Scorpio and Cancer zodiac are placed. Those bhavas become very important, and Moon and Mars has to be either in 2nd house or in 9th house or in 11th house to actually give you the wealthy Mahalakshmi Yog for you. Plus, it should be free from affliction, free from any negative effect, free from bad Navamsha. So that means you can understand that the Mahalakshmi Yog is actually a very rare Yog. It is a very rare formation. It's a very rare there are a lot of criteria involved, and therefore a lot of people may have a Moon Mars conjunction, but only a few people will have the wealthy Yog. But because you have Moon and Mars conjunction, there is a possibility that with karma you can convert it into a wealthy Yog. Yes, you may not get wealth automatically. You may not get the wealth that you are looking for. Suppose, for example, you are looking for 50 Rolls-Royce car in your home. That's your aim, that's your ambition, that's your intention. You may get one. But if you get one Rolls-Royce, you are already one of the wealthiest person in the society. So you have to understand and check what you are getting, and if you are getting, and there will come a threshold beyond which it will not surpass. Every planet has a limited amount of energy, and if you have already extracted to the maximum, then you should be satisfied. So the greatest key for success, the greatest mantra for success, if you have Mars Moon conjunction, is when you should become satisfied. There has to be a time when you should say enough is enough. This is what maximum I want. Maybe for after some time you will again replan, rethink. But if you have a Mars Moon conjunction and if you keep on going and spending your energy like this, you will become exhausted too soon, and that is not a good thing, because then your progress, your growth will stop. So guys, I hope you understand and I hope you like my video. That was a very quick analysis of Mars and Moon conjunction. If you like this, do comment your views and your point of views in the comment section below, and do like and subscribe. Do subscribe, do hit the bell icon, because it's the subscription and the bell icon that keeps you and me stay connected. Thank you.